Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for Travel Costa Rica Now Real Estate. Before we get started, hey man, please hit subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel. It's going a little poco, but with your help, we can make it happen. Even if you don't really want to see the houses we put up, just help a brother out. But anyway, if you want to see the videos as we put them up, hit the notification bell. Now remember, we're just not selling property on this site. We give a lot of information. Is Costa Rica even right for you? We have those videos. Build versus buy, we have those videos. And we find properties that you're just not going to see anywhere else. So please hit that subscribe button. All right, so where are we? We are in San Isidro, which is a couple minutes from Chichagua, and Chichagua is about 25 minutes from La Fortuna. We're in a gated community. We've done houses here before, and I'm going to put those houses also in the description, the links to the houses, so you can see them. We also walked around this community because it's pretty bad. It's got I mean bad in a good way. It's got a big community pool. It's a big, what, 60 homes, Dan? Around?
60 homes.
60 homes here. And we've also have that video so you can check out this community as well. I'm going to flip around the camera to get off my ugly mug. We're going to talk to Dan and we're going to walk and talk and we're going to show you. All right, Dan, let's go. This is Dan. Say hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. So we've actually walked around this community before, but today's a beautiful day. And a couple of the properties that we're going to show today, we're actually going to be offering it as a package because the owners want to sell only because of the fact that they're having health problems right now.
But they can get them singly.
They can get them singly as well, but because of the fact that they're right in front of each other, it's definitely not a bad deal.
Now, I like videos to stand on their own, so please just maybe go over this, the community in general.
So the community in general is 60 homes. You actually buy a share in a corporation, so this is basically set up like a co-op. There's a lot of advantages to it, especially the fact that you only pay $100 a month, and that covers all expenses aside from utilities. That covers all the maintenance of the property. That covers the taxes. It is a dog-friendly community, as you can see. You're allowed to have dogs here as long as they stay on your property, and lots of people do.
Say hi.
So every lot in the community is about 400 meters. That's about 4,000 square feet. And aside from that, everybody becomes an owner of the corporation. One of the really nice things here about it actually is because you own just one share in the corporation, which pertains just specifically to your lot and everything on the lot, is the fact that it's essentially private ownership. So we actually had a situation where one of the people in here had a car accident that happened to be their fault, and they went into the system to look up if the guy owns any property, and no property shows up in the system because shareholders are private. So that's actually a really nice thing that a lot of people have because of the fact that, it's just it's a way that to hold property privately. It's only in the corporate books, but it works out really well. And this,
I just have a quick question. So if what would be the disadvantage though? What would people go, oh, a co-op? Why we got to do that? I mean,
Well, the only disadvantage would be the fact that there is, certain rules to the community, and those rules are that aside from most of the rules, which are basically just good neighbor rules, don't make a lot of noise, don't annoy your neighbors, maintain your property in good form. The only other rule that has been a turnoff for a few people is they do not allow you to rent the property out. This is only for you and your family to actually stay in. So this is one of the homes that we promoted, and we actually have footage on that we'll be putting the links.
This one?
This one. This property is lovely.
Wait, this one right here?
This one right here. This one is lovely. And since she saw us here, she opened the door, so we might as well go in. And since this property is, he actually just lowered the price. This home is only $125,000. And
really?
yeah.
So, but we have this up already.
We already have a video of this. It was originally $138. They just lowered it to $125, only because the owner is having some health issues. This home actually comes furnished. They did a lot of work. Buenos dias, Sandra.
Hello. Hi, Sandra. Say hi.
Hello. Sandra is actually one of the managers.
We've been in this home before, so we're not gonna.
We don't have to go through the whole thing. We'll put the video in the description. Right. This is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It comes furnished. It has high ceilings, has air conditioning, has anything you want, and actually everything is done in very fine woods. All of the ceiling is done in something called Nispero, which is almost impossible to get anymore. It's an endangered species. It's extremely hard, and it comes furnished, and it's furnished in very fine furniture as well. The property is very nice. And if a few people are saying, well, I like the idea of living in a gated community, but I'd like to have some property to be able to plant my crops or plant fruit trees. The property actually behind this home is for sale as well. So for another $60,000 bucks, somebody could actually buy 3/4 of an acre that doesn't pertain to the gated community, so you would just own that outright.
That's over here?
But yes, exactly right behind it. So you could literally have an entrance, have all of the advantages of living in a gated community, including the security, including the maintenance, and including all of the public options. But at the same time, you can actually buy 1/4 of an acre, or actually 3/4 of an acre that's right behind the property. Cool. So the house comes with everything you see here. The owner might want to take 1 or 2 minor items, but essentially everything that you see, all the furnishings. He just redid that bathroom like a year and a half ago, so the bathroom is brand new, and he's only been here, literally it's been lived in a year since it was completely remodeled. As I said, the only reason why they're actually interested in selling is he's been generating some health problems, and so...
Oh, I remember this table, Dan.
Well, there's one over here, and then there's one over the other. Yes, and this is a wood called Isidro, which at some point they're going to make these trees illegal to cut because this tree easily comes from a 200-year-old tree.
So again, guys, if you missed it, we have this video up in a little bit more detail. We're just kind of cruising through real quick. Thank you, Sandra.
Sandra's
so this is one of the ones in the package?
This is one of the ones in the package. The other one is literally right in front of it. So if somebody was interested, because some people have said, well, I like the home, but you know, I have a big family, so I really need more space than just a 2-bedroom home. The other home, which is literally right across the street, this home is 1,600 square feet. It's also 2 bedrooms. She's going to open it. It also has other nice features, like they've put a standing seam roof on it, which is the only one in the community. So these roofs last for easily 50 years. They never leak. And it also has a carport, which was actually built into it.
I really like that all these houses are really nicely manicured.
Well, no, the entire community is nicely manicured, and everybody is always constantly improving. In fact, this house over there, which is in front, the people sold their house in the community to another, a girl from Seattle. And then they just bought another lot in the community and wanted to build a bigger house. So
now, is this a bigger lot? It looks big, or just a big corner?
It's just because it's a corner, but
because this goes back over here.
It does, and it has a really great avocados on it. But it has a carport, which the other property lacks. It also has a bigger porch, which also has the same table, just like the other table, which is also made of Isidro, which is a very rare wood. It's got high ceilings. This has a lot of really nice features.
Yeah, like the other house, guys, we have this house already up and we've gone through it in detail. So I will put that link below, and because I'm just going to.
But if somebody is interested, we're actually offering the 2 as a package because they just lowered the price on this one too. This was lowered to $149, and that also comes furnished. And it's quite a steal because you would not be able to build this for what they're asking for it. It's got high ceilings. It's got a master bedroom over here that actually has a jacuzzi hot tub.
Let's go over.
It has a jacuzzi tub, which is really nice and connected. Has air conditioning, brand new air conditioners were put in the last 2 years. They put in a whole new kitchen with a very fine wood called Cristobal, which is almost impossible to get. They actually build bridges out of it because it's so hard and so nice. Everything is done. The house needs absolutely nothing. But it is really nice for somebody who has a big family because of the fact that literally you could have the house right across the street from each other, and they're very nicely located. The street
could be the mother-in-law unit.
That could be the mother-in-law unit, and you could build the moat around it so that way your mother-in-law can't leave.
I like the wood details here.
The woods are fantastic. This was actually built by a guy that Mike and I actually knew named Mitch, but everything is done to really high-end detail with very special materials. Yeah, no, that's lovely. And this is all a wood called Cristobal, which is extremely hard, lovely. I mean, you can see some of the boards here. Actually, as you has a slightly purple look to it.
Another side.
No, exactly. No, that's the second bedroom, and it has its own bathroom within it.
So how many bathrooms?
It's 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and it's all furnished. It also has a laundry area, just like the other house. Plus, it has a big storage area, which the original owners had used as a garage. So it's big enough to hold a car, but it's right now used as storage. So it has basically its own separate bodega. No mostramos. Está bien.
Little washer dryer place out here.
It's actually quite big.
Oh, wow.
And it has like a pantry area.
Look at this.
And this actually walks out, and this obviously comes furnished, so it comes with a second refrigerator You have to come from up here. But, and this leads out to the patio. So you can actually open the whole thing.
You guys know how I feel about patios. I love them. I could live outside on the patios.
And one day, actually, and here's a funny story, they came home one day after having a event in the community, and there was a sloth hanging on that door.
Really?
It has,
Did you say a sloth?
I had a sloth hanging on the door, and they had to deal with the sloth. So it has a real hot water heater system that goes into the kitchen.
Hot water throughout?
Throughout, yes.
See, people don't really understand that statement. They're like, well, why wouldn't it have hot water throughout?
Right.
Because most houses don't have.
Right, they only have hot water in the shower. So, and then we'll walk from here. So this house actually, it has a...
Look at these colors, guys. Sorry. Look at this.
No, it's beautiful, and the avocados are great. I'm actually sprouting some avocados that I got from them. It has a grill with its own chimney. It's very nice. It has all the little details. It has spices, oregano. And the nice thing about this is literally you are just a moment from the center area where they have a pool and they have a community area that occasionally they even use for big events like weddings. But it has, I mean, there's anything you want in the community is already here, and they're constantly upgrading the community. So there's 2 full-time employees, plus there's a night watchman who's here every night. So you can leave your bicycle on your steps, and you can leave for 6 months, and you can come back. This is great for somebody who's retired, somebody who wants to be a digital nomad.
But yet they don't call it a retired community, right?
This is not a retirement
There's all
community.
kinds of ages here, and it's not just gringos or ticos. There's a mix, right? Or
absolutely.
No?
In fact, the majority of the people who live here are ticos.
Oh,
there's
guys,
only about
check it
4 gringos who live in the community, and there's only about 6 people who live here full time. You see, they're always doing work. There's 2 full-time workers, but it's there's a volleyball court. There's 2 soccer fields.
The pool's huge.
The pool is huge and very nice. All the houses are nicely maintained. It's really a special community, and all the people who live here, the only reason why they're selling is due to their health problems. It has nothing to do with the actual community. And a lot of people who live here, they only come on the weekend, so pretty much during the week you have your run of the place.
Well, it's fairly quiet. I mean, it's quiet here, except for the dogs.
Only for 3 weeks a year, which is the last 2 weeks of the year for Christmas and for Easter, because everybody comes with their families. But aside from that, there's very few people here during the day. And anything you need, it's really nice, because if your pipe breaks, you just call one of the guys who lives in the community who's here all the time. So you don't have to wait on a plumber. You don't have to wait on anything like that.
Guys, there's a big party area out here. Looks like you could have wedding receptions.
You could have any sort of event here, and they even has a commercial kitchen. On the weekends, they often will even have, they sell drinks and they make food. So they sell that within the community. It's a big, the pool is huge. And they actually just remodeled the pool. Has a tennis area.
All right, guys, we're going to close out this video. Just remember, we have all this, the community in more detail, both those houses in more detail. If you're interested in one or both, or even a couple other houses in this community that we have on this site, that'll also be links to the description. Get a hold of us at info@travelcostaricanow.com, and we will connect you with Dan. Anything else, Dan?
I think everything is done in the previous videos, but we'll put them up just to get some more information about it.
All right, guys, I'm Michael Allen, Travel Costa Rica Now Real Estate. That's Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Peace, guys. Hope it helped. Maybe it's time to say bye, Dan.
Close enough.